Where does AI genuinely help lawyers, in your opinion, today, and where does it create false confidence?
So there's a lot of legal tech solutions out there. Some are fantastic, some are just getting off the ground. Some are hugely expensive. The biggest ones you get, the global
Do you
players,
help
what
your
I have
customer
noticed a lot.
navigate all this, Chris? Do you help them navigate all this?
Yeah, if that's a business concern for them, for sure. But there are, I guess what I was, is again, a few strings to that. Some of the big global players have started buying up the smaller ones. So the market's getting smaller. I guess there's a bigger gap between the smaller ones with really good ideas and the massive ones, and there's not a whole lot in the middle. So for lawyers, for firms buying these products, there's a lot of choice, but at the same time, you're going to be paying a lot for a very proven product. So there's that. And so yeah, you think as a business, you think, well, that's expensive, especially if it's charged per head, per user. And then how's that actually going to help me run my practice better? And again, you've got to think about a business versus the actual legal advice. You've got the technical advice you've got to give. So you've got a lot of products that can help you as a law firm or as an accountancy firm or whatever to run better, to be more productive as a business side. But you've also at the same time got those that can help lawyers to produce contracts more quickly, or automate contracts, or help automate research. So it's a little bit of a minefield. There are a lot of opportunities, but I think there are also a lot of potential time to waste experimenting with different things. The other effect of it, I guess, it is having, anecdotally, what I'm hearing is that some of the more junior positions are being automated increasingly. So I don't know what the system, the qualification system is like in Canada, but say in the UK, for example, you've got to go to university, you've got to get your law degree, then you've got to do a 2-year rotation trainee contract, which you've got to apply for and get approved for. You get paid for, but you are the bottom of the rung, and you're rotating around 4 different departments and learning your craft. And then you become an associate, and then you're just learning your craft even more. What I'm hearing is a lot of those more junior roles, the junior associates, the paralegals, the ones who would at least do a lot of photocopying and are being replaced by automated tools, which is great for efficiency, great for a business, but not so good for learning the trade. There was an Australian law firm partner actually that I was at an event with last year, and she stood up in a massive international firm, and she's like, what we're finding is the trainee lawyers or the very junior lawyers are using AI for their research a lot and to helping to draft their advice, which is on one hand fine because it's more efficient, but they're actually not learning. They don't have a choice but to trust what comes out at them. So they're not learning what's right and what's wrong. It's only one message. So whereas before they would have gone to books, they would have done their research, and they would have then run it off a slightly more senior lawyer who would have said, no, you're wrong, and then you don't make that mistake again. Now, nobody knows what's true and what's not in some cases, because it is just one you've put in. If you put rubbish in, you get rubbish out. But even if you put good stuff in, sometimes you get rubbish out because, AI does tend to hallucinate and things like that. So that is probably a slight cost, I think, is they're going to have to find a balance between making sure there's still people learning and training and able to be the future leaders in law firms and future senior, and that the bottom and middle don't just disappear and be complete without training.